Hello, this is a video guide on how to access and use the editor. This will go over just the very basics of making a level. The more advanced stuff will be covered in future videos, but this one is just to show you how to create a map and play. So, to access the editor, you just go to Menu and click Editor. This has to load all the assets, so this might take a second. Okay, so once you first load in, you have a very small map, 20 by 20. To change things, you can go to Edit Map Layout. To change the ground and path tiles, the color or the shader information. So we'll say a mult made this my first map. We'll keep the size at 2020. Okay, so now we have a little dirt map. So to start out, you want to put ground tiles down, and ground tiles are where the monsters will walk. So you have to keep that in mind. They can't walk on the ground or the dirt, only on the path. Also, if you make a mistake, or say, oh man, I didn't want to do that, just push Control Z and say, oh, I didn't want to do that either. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, Control Z works with a lot of things like objects, tiles. So let's finish this up. We're gonna put, oh, also, if you want to make square paths like this, you have to uncheck auto path over here. Auto path makes like a circle. So if you uncheck that, you can do squares, make square tile, or yeah, square paths. Monsters can walk on this, you don't have to be afraid of these small paths. It just makes it real limited, so you can't put like a tower here. Okay, so we have our path. Now, every level needs two things. You need a command center. That's where the monsters will be going to. So, by default, this is a big object. So, if I push Control D, you can bring up the properties on the object I have selected. I can resize here. I can also move and rotate it. If you press cancel, then it'll just go back to default, so you have to press accept. Also, if you want to access that menu, you can go to selection, properties. So, okay, so we have that, and then every map needs spawn points. This is where the monsters will appear. So when you're placing objects and you want to place the same type of object multiple times, if you just hold down shift, you will have continuous placement. So shift, you just hold down shift. You can move the map or the camera with the arrow keys. Where else? I'll put one over here, make it hard. Okay, so this is all you need to make a basic level, and we can check if it will work by going to edit, check paths. So yeah, this one's valid right now. But for example, if I didn't have a command center and then I tried that, that won't work. Or if I, so for example, cut these paths off, see, we can't connect to this command center, so you have to have valid paths, a command center, and spawn points. And the spawn points have to be able to connect to the command center. So after you have all that and we're valid, you can just go press play map. F5 is for shortcut, and there you go. That's how you make a quick level. So let's go back and do some modifications here. I want to make it dark. Let's do yeah, full moon. Maybe that's fine. Okay, so now we have like a little night going on here. We can add some trees. Add some trees up here. Also, right now I have snap to grid on, but you can disable this. Control S, or if you click over here, this allows you to place anywhere, and not just on the grid, which is useful for like things like scenery and stuff. But snap to grid is also useful for like if I want to put towers down, other things like lights. And also, okay, so there is 2 lights currently in the game. We have a fire post and a basic light. Personally, I don't like either, but I will be changing, or it's on the agenda. Anyways, so we'll add a couple lights here. Holding down shift. Also, if you mouse out of the window, it'll cancel placement, so just be careful. You can move camera up with the arrow keys. Yeah. So let's make this darker, even darker. Okay, see, now we got a real nighttime. And then you just go to play map, boom. Yeah, tower, if you build a tower or place a tower in the editor for the first time, it has to initialize. But second time, it won't do this. So let's go over one more thing. So every map has values. You have your life, your money, your difficulty, your waves. You can edit this by going to edit map waves. So by default, the difficulty is 100 for every level. So like level 20 would be 2000. Difficulty is what is used to determine how many monsters are added to each wave. So if you have a really high difficulty value, you'll have a whole bunch of monsters added at the beginning, depending on if you change the monsters. But by default, like this right here should add like, I don't know, 500, 600 monsters. Minimum active spawns. This is just basically like at the beginning of level, if you want to restrict how many spawns are active. And difficulty increment, this this value right here, for example, if I just increase this to 60, this is a huge jump in difficulty. This is what's used to determine the monster's health. So like if I put this at 100, which is double the default value, I don't think I'll be able to kill anything. I'll even put down a tower here. Let's put down a chain lightning tower. And we'll block this over here. So, okay, so I modified the difficulty in the difficulty increment. And so the first wave has 600 monsters, but not only that, they're double the difficulty. So the second wave, they're going to be really difficult. I don't even think I'll be able to make it there, huh? So, in the future, I will go over the advanced things like how to make towers and the effects that, like this tower shoots this effect, which creates this effect. It's a chain effect. This tower creates, what does this do? Just a basic, oh yeah, this is like an AoE projectile. So this one shoots a projectile and then creates a AoE thing where it stops. But yeah, I'll be going over how to create this stuff. It's just I've been working on doing a lot of work on it, so but it's almost ready. So the second wave, chain lightning is crazy. Anyways, this is, I think that's basically everything. There's shortcuts. There's lots of shortcuts, like delete, Control M to move objects. So if I select this, push Control M, I can move it. Control S turns off snap to grid. Holding down Shift allows. Well, if you hold down Shift while you're adding an object, you can add multiple objects. So yeah, Control M. What else? You rotates, the property, dialog. So after you make your map, you can save as. This allows you to make save a map under a different name, so you could load it up or just keep it while you make changes to future maps. So my new map 2. Once you save it, you can go to load map. It should appear here. Oh, that's it. That's not the right one, huh? I think I called it my new map 2. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's it. So yeah, in the future, I'll go over the properties and how to make towers and stuff. But this is something not it's a lot of information. So I have to write a guide and then make a video. And events are currently being implemented, so I don't know when events will be ready. I still have a lot of work, when it comes to events. But properties, the property editor and video, I would say in the next month should be up. But yeah. Anyways, if you have questions, comments, feedback, whatever, feel free to post. Yeah. Thanks. Bye.